championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Got it. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Let's go.
Manning now on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
18 Gator. 80 weapon.
Now this time Manning will throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 or 6-6, pull it high. Go. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
We got 4. We got 4.
Key in 21. Now.
Working from the gun, Manning. And the catch made by Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
We go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
From the gun, it's Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This one from 35 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check the outs, check the outs.
General West.
He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ebron's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is Manning. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Manning to throw. Funches has it complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Manning. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Vinatieri started it left. It stays left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Ravens first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Drake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on second down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Manning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense, I think. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Go. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Here we go.
Under 10. 10. 26, Mike. 26. No, I don't think you got it, son. Echo. 26. Ready. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check now. Go. Ready, go.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Here we go, here we go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, ready.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And an alley to run. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Again, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now this time, Manning a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Manning on the bootleg. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
High 7.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And he gets it to Funchess complete. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Ready, break.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Working from the gun, Manning. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Watch the run.
On first and 10, here's Manning. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Ready. 15 lines. 15 lines. Go! 10 over. 80 weapons.
Manning now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Watch the whip.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 87 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Manning. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. What a spin. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
26 months in your face.
To throw again, Jackson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Manning. It's caught by Funchess.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Alert 3. Recon, 132 fighter.
Manning to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Manning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go.
Throwing now is Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Baltimore, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try